All right, let's go.
Some Rhino Dan classic figure 8 boxes
So when I was motorcycle racing, we had a skill scale between 1,000 to 1. MSF, you just did your MSF, you were 1 out of 1,000. MotoGP riders and Island of Man riders, they were 1,000. When I was racing, I was at 500 out of 1,000, and I'll show you why here in a minute. I'm just going to break down Halomoto's body positioning, what I think. He asked me to give him some critiques. Let's get into this. So right there, he chopped throttle, which means that when you chop gas, all the weight's going to the front, compressing the suspension, putting all this weight onto the front tire, making the back tire lightened. Very bad on a motorcycle and upsets the bike quite a bit. At speed, that means you just transferred all the weight from the back tire to the front tire. The front tire on motorcycles are way smaller than the back tire, and it can only handle so much weight, and that's a very bad thing to do. But a lot of new riders, no offense Halo, I still do it sometimes myself because I'm not as good as I used to be, but a lot of new riders definitely chop throttle instead of having a smooth linear roll off. Bad throttle control right there. Vision, see how he's looking right here on the ground? Halo, you need to be looking further ahead. The when you're looking right here on the ground, all you're doing is making everything look so much faster. Your vision is so important, and the further away you can look, the better things are going to be. And I'm going to use the word and. When you look further ahead, you can scan the road ahead of you. So there's no reason to look right here, because when you look further down the road, you've already scanned that area. You already seen grass clippings, gravel, potholes, animals, anything that causes motorcycle riders to have that pucker up feeling. You've already looked for that. So you already know that you don't have to re-look at it because you already know it's safe. So when you look further down the road, you've already scanned that road and you know it's safe. There's no reason to look right in front of the bike. All you're doing is making everything look faster than it needs to be. The further you look up ahead in the road, the slower the slower everything looks to be too. If you don't believe me, guys, get in your car, look in front of your hood and see how fast everything looks, and look down the road and see how everything looks in comparison to those 2 points of view, and you'll see that I'm very true on this. But if you don't believe me, jump in your car and test it out. Throttle control right there was a little off, not a big deal. So right here, Halo's head's not turned quite enough. He's looking right here, which isn't a bad part. His head did turn. So a lot of new motorcycle riders, you don't turn your head, and if you do, you don't turn it enough. Ideally, though, I would really like to have Halo's head more on as turned as far as it can go and looking this way to tighten up this corner. So right here, his eyes are looking right here. His head needs to be turned a little bit more because he is going through this corner. He's still looking at the ground. Still looking at the ground, didn't turn his head enough. Throttle control is very good though. Good job, bro. Very smooth. Okay, so now he's coming in, and we're going to break this down real quick. So back here, shoot. Okay, so we're going to go into that corner real quick. He's still looking at the ground. He's looking right about here. Ideally, Halo, you need to be looking over here. You need to be looking through the apex. As soon as you went through this blind section with all these trees, the corner opens up. When the corner opens up, you know for a fact you can see through it, right? That's when you want to be looking through the corner, not here. That narrow, your vision's a little narrow. You need to be looking at least over here to really help you tighten up this corner and to get into the corner smoothly. In my experience, You look where you go. And what saved me on the racetrack and on the streets numerous times in my life is having my vision looking through the corner. And especially on the racetrack, on tracks I've been through, if I can look through the corner and look through my exit, I'm here. I'm still alive today, obviously, and I'm still in one piece. So it's a big deal to have your vision correct. So he's coming again. So right here, Hallow's a little crossed up. See the line of the bike right here? This shoulder needs to be dipped and in on the inside of the corner. His outside shoulder right here means his body is kind of leaning over here. His vision is right here. Hallow, I need your vision over here, bro. I need you to look down the road a little bit more. His feet position's not a problem. He's kind of up on the tank. His elbows are bent. I just wish that Hallow, your upper torso was a little bit more relaxed and you were on the inside of the corner. So his vision's still down on the ground. He's looking right here. That's not too bad. I just had more turned and looking over here. Hallow uses the late apex technique for street riding. That is 100% correct. The race line is right here. This is the apex of the corner. If Hallow was on the apex of the corner, he'd be right here on this line. But because he's not, this is actually a good curve right here because this corner right here sets up this corner. So if we go back in time, so if Hallow screwed up the turn 1, then turn 2 would be screwed up. So because Hallow's coming in here in a late apex, see how he exited in the middle of the road? If a vehicle took this corner wide, Hallow would be 100% safe. Good job, bro. Very, very good job. Every street rider should always lay apex every corner, just because we don't know if there's a stalled car, if someone crosses a double yellow line. You just don't know. And so late apexing puts you in the safest position right here. That's not a race line, that is a street line. 100% good job. Thumbs up, brother. Much love. So because he got that corner right, now he's going to take this next corner correctly. He's still looking down. Nothing's changed. Like I said, he needs to be looking over here. And his body is still crossed up. What I mean by crossed up is that your body should be going with the bike. So if you're leaning right, your body should be on the right side. Here's the line of the bike. Your bike should be over here. This shoulder right here should be not the one dipped. It should be this one right here. Yeah, I know. Here we go again. Yes, monster, I'll play with you. Okay, so right here, he's crossed up a little bit. He needs to be, it's a right-hand corner. He's late apexing. He's going to end up probably right where my cursor is. Oh man, look at that. Awesome. On it. So that's the power of a late apex. It really puts you in the proper position on the street. So if someone did cross the W line, Hallow wasn't going to get hurt. I know you're hearing me repeat myself, but because these are all good things, I'm looking at different angles. The same corner done in different directions. I do think Hallow is stronger on his right. Actually, I think he does both sides pretty well. Usually street riders favor the left-hand side more than the right-hand side. Usually right-hand corners is worse for street riders than it is for the left-hand corner, because the right-hand side you have way more to do with your hands than you do with your left. All the left has to do is just counter steer and you're in the corner, while the right-hand side has to roll off gas, hit brakes, roll back on gas. There's a lot of things. Speaking of gas, Hallow's timing is pretty good, so he's not like rolling gas too late. For a street rider, it's pretty good. I'd like him to roll on gas a little earlier than he is, because he turns the bike and he should be rolling on gas smoothly, completely to the remainder of the turn. But that's another subject issue, because most street riders coast through corners anyway. They don't even use the gas through a corner. So very good. Well done. So right here, his head is not in line of the bike. He's preparing for a left-hand turn. he should be shifting his weight to the inside of the corner. Alright. So now we're going to go to me so I can show you if you guys don't know who I am. So you can see what's up with who I am as a writer. Alright, Art of the Past. Okay, so here we go. This is just me taking people on the inside, outside. Just some of my writing when I was a 500 out of 1,000. When I was really good at this stuff. Now I'm going to show you a picture of me writing so you guys can see what not being crossed up looks like. Okay, so you see how this shoulder's dipped right here? My head's up. My body is in line of the bike. So here's the center line of the motorcycle right here. My body is on the inside of the corner. Legs off the bike a little bit. You don't have to as a street. You can have your knees holding onto the tank tightly if that's what you want to do. That works too for street riding. This is definitely on a racetrack. But you can see my body language right here. My elbows are bent. My body is in line with the inside of the corner. I am not crossed up. This shoulder's dipped. If I was crossed up, it'd be the opposite, like in Halo, where this shoulder would be higher and this shoulder right here would be dipped. I am in the really solid riding position. My eyes are up. I'm looking through the corner. My helmet's not looking down here. This is a solid. If it was me or Halo or somebody else, this is a good riding position. Solid. I'm not dragging elbow and this other crap like MotoGP guys do, but for a street rider, a track rider, like this is a solid. The bike is happy, you're happy, everything feels good position. This is the feel good, satisfactory, everything's happy position. Alright, so let's go back into writing right now real quick. So there I am passing up 600s, another 600 on the outside. This is Sears Point, turn 5, 4 and 5, some of my favorite corners. Here I'm going to pass up some more people. And a lot of people are terrified of turn 6, which is the carousel. Well, that's 6, this is 7 right here. People are terrified of the carousel. I understand, it's a 3-story drop, left-hander. So let's go into the basics real fast. Your vision, turning your head more, looking further down the road. You've already scanned the road, you don't need to look at it again, because if you saw it the first time, there's nothing's going to change between that and the next 10 milliseconds. You've already seen it, right? There's no reason to re-look at it. Have your body, loosen up your upper torso, go with the bike right here, have this shoulder lean into the motorcycle, into the corner. That way you're not crossed up, everything looks good. That's what you want to do. You want the bike to be happy, good throttle control, all that stuff, and it takes time. And right now I'm probably at 60 or 80 out of 1,000. I'm not even close as I once was when I was a 500. I haven't ridden in the last, seriously, or on a track or really ridden hard in the last 4, almost 5 years. So I am not as good as I once was, and my timing's off, my vision's off, my skills off, and another thing that's off too is my quick flick. So your quick flick is a weapon, and I'm going to show you why. So quick flick is part of your skill scale. It tells you how good you are as a rider, is how quickly you can turn the motorcycle. Right here you're going to see me come up in here, and I'm going to like quick flick right past. I'm going to get in this guy on the ends. I think it's on the, I'm going to take him on the outside, but you see how quickly you can turn a motorcycle is a very powerful thing to do. And if you can do it well and quickly, oh man, that is like, that's race level, that's pro level. Having an awesome quick flick is such a powerful thing to have. And a lot of people, when they ride, especially beginning riders, they turn too slowly, right? And their quick flick is not a quick flick. It's not even a flick at all. It's more of like a granny turning a motorcycle, and they think they're doing something really fast, but they're not. how quickly you can transition from right to left is huge, and it really pays dividends when something happens. So Hallow's quick flick is okay. I mean, it's not, you know, we had at a scale out of 1 out of 10, it was probably like maybe a 1 or a 2, and you know, a 0 would probably be MSF, right? So am I hard on writers? Yes. I don't give out milk and cookies very often unless they deserve milk and cookies, and that's how it is. When I was writing my quick flick, let's see if I can get a good quick flick here to show you a really good one. There it is. So my quick flick was probably high pro level was probably like a 9 or a 10. My quick flick was probably like a 6 or a 7, right? When I was really good, when I was on it. My quick flick was like right now, it was quick. So I don't know, it's very important to have being able to turn the motorcycle and to really have that ability. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up this video. There you go, Hallow. I do think you're a solid 40 or 50 out of 1,000. And I do think, though, if you can work on your body being crossed up, get your vision a little bit further down the road, that I would give you a higher rating. Anyway, bro, much love. I'm going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. And you guys seen that I'm good. I can definitely ride, well, at least once upon a time. And right now I'm probably a 70 or an 80 out of 1,000, like I said. I still have things I got to work on myself. But that's what happens when you take a break. Your skills deteriorate. Alright, well, you guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.